Hello everybody, it's Liz here, and today you should have in front of you, print out A-10. So in the top right hand corner of your sheet, you should have A-10. Check that you do.
You'll find the worksheet for this video in the description below.
And you will see some similarities with what is on your sheet and what is behind me here. It gives you a bit of a clue of what we're going to do today. Now, last time we looked at punctuation and grammar, and we had our very first lesson about capital letters and why they are important. Because they are, of course, used for important people, places, things, and events. Remember that that important word is important. So people can give capital letters to things that they believe are important. And some things, of course, just need them because they're the names of something that's been created or developed. Now, behind us are lots of green pieces of paper with big capital letters on them. Do you know why I chose green? There is quite a lot of evidence now to suggest that some people who struggle to learn to read, write and spell have a difficulty with the white paper glaring and flaring over the black letters on their work. Also, just with the speed at which they can read. And then if you put a colour behind the white or instead of the white, it makes it a lot easier. So today I've chosen green. I'm not sure whether that's going to be a good colour for you or not, but it's good just to check it out. Now the other thing we're going to do today is we're going to look at a poem or a saying that I think's been around for centuries that talks about how to remember how many days there are in each month of the year. So I'm going to teach that to you, and then we're going to use our capital letter skills again to put the capital letters in, and that will remind us that the months of the year need capital letters. So we'll do that next. First, let's get some writing done. Okay. Now on your video screen, you've got the letter A. You can see at the very top of the letter A, on my example, there's a star. On your sheet, it looks like a dot. But that is the indicator for where you need to start to write this letter. So in your handwriting, at school or at work, always start the letter A at that dot or star. And I'm going to give it a pink dot, so to remind you where to start. And then I'm going to show you what we do next. So we start at that dot and we go all the way down the left side, all the way down the right side, and the last thing we do is we put the bridge in the middle. And that's how you write the letter A. All right, let's go on to B. Now our dot is in that top left corner. Now letters which tend to have a straight line in them, you generally always start them in the top left. Okay, so think if I've got a straight line on the left hand side, start from the left. So what we do is we do the straight line first, take our pen off, and then we do almost like a letter 3, don't we? A number 3, sorry. And we go around the B that way. So straight down and then around. And that's B. Okay, see? Much easier. Start from this side over here where that dot is, and then it is just one lovely sweep, almost with a flick on the end. So start from the dot, round you go, flick. Okay. Now D, again, see how it's got this stick on the left hand side? There's the dot. It tells you that you generally start there. And then you do the bit that sticks out the side. So there's D. So down first, around second. And E, let's put it, there you go. We've still got that straight stick on the left hand side, so that's where we start. Always go down the stick first, and then you can start from the top. 1, 2, 3. So down that straight stick on the left, and then 1, 2, 3. F, I'm guessing that you've got the swing of this now. Top left tells you go down first, then across and across. So there's the first stroke, second, third. G. Now look, there's no straight stick here. So we're going to start our G over here. So there you go, and then it just goes around, a lot like C, but instead of stopping, we go down. So let's do it again. Start from that top corner, around and down. H. Now H does have a straight stick on the left. So let's go down, down, and then put the bridge in last. So left goes straight, the right goes straight, second, and then the bridge goes in last, and that's H. And I, no, that's not too tricky, is it? There's only one stick in this, and of course it goes from the top down. J is similar, except of course it has that lovely hook on the bottom. So we're going to go down and around, down and around. There's J. Now K again has that stick, and it can be a bit tricky, K, because people tend to want to do it in a few different ways. But straight stick first. Then you start out here and kick out at the bottom. I'll show you again. Straight stick first, start out here second, and then straight to the bottom. And that's K. Now L isn't too tricky because there's only one straight stick. It's down and across. So L goes down, then across. All right, now M, again, we've got that straight stick on the left, although is it straight? Yes, I think it is. So we go straight down, and then we go back to the top, and it's like we're doing a zigzag. So let me show you again. It starts from this top. That's the first stroke. Then back to the top, down, up, down. A big zigzag. N has exactly the same formula. The straight stick on the left always comes first. So go down first, and then finish the zigzag off, almost with like a V shape. That's very similar to N. So N, so very similar to M. N, you go straight down, and then you finish off with that V at the back of it. It's always starting from that point there. My cameraman's just told me to keep my big hand out of the way, so I'll try and do that this time. O starts at the star, so sort of to the right there. And then, I'll leave those lids off, makes me faster. Let's show you. It goes this way around. All right, let me do that again. It starts at the 1, which is just a little squiggle on your page, and think go left. All right, and that's O. P, of course, has a straight stick on the left. And I'm guessing I've said this enough times now, so you're starting to remember. You always do the straight stick from the top to the bottom first, and then you do the add-on. So straight stick on the left first, add-on second. All right, Q is very similar to O. It starts at the top left of the curve. Think of it like a racing track, and you always go left first, and the little cross at the bottom goes on last. One more time to show you. go left first and then the cross. Now, R has a straight stick on the left, so we always do that first, top to bottom, and then second is the add-on, and then a straight kick out at the bottom. So straight down the left and a kick out to the bottom, and that's R. S starts at the top. Most letters start at the top. In fact, I think they all do. Always think top. Around in a sneaky snake for S. Now T does the stick first and the top last. Think stick first, top last. U start on the top left. It's all one movement. Down, up, and then down. It's a little bit like being on a roller coaster, and go down, up, down. Now V, not too tricky, always starts on the top left, down, up. Not too bad. W starts on the top left. You can see that red or pink dot there, and this is a bit like climbing a mountain range. Down, up, down, up. So start over here, down, up, down, up. X, top left. Think top left. There's a lot to do with this left-hand side when we're writing the English language. So left, straight down, and then the other side, straight down from the top. All right, with Y, top left again, and then after that, we go down to the middle, and then join it with this line coming in this direction. So top left, down to the stem, and then down in the other direction. Z is just starting from the top left, and it's a bit like its name, zigzag. So top left and then zigzag. So I've shown you now how to write the capital letters correctly, and you can go back and replay that video as many times as you need to until you get it right. Because what happens when you know how to write the letters properly, it makes your writing so much easier, and eventually with some practice you'll get faster too. Now on the bottom of your sheet is a poem, and that poem says this. You can read it with me, point to the words as I say them. 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February, which has 28 days and 29 each leap year. Now, how do you know when it's a leap year? How do you know when it's going to be a year that's going to be 29 days in February instead of 28? Well, let me give you a little clue. This is a clue that I use to remind me, and that is every time they hold an Olympic Games, it's a leap year. So you will find that there will be 29 days in February instead of 28. So that's every 4 years. So every 4 years, February has 29. Now, if you say that poem over and over again, you are going to learn how many days each month has, which is going to help you in your maths and just in everyday working out calendar and timing. So say that as many times as you like. You can also practice your capital letters by putting them in at the beginning of those months. So let me say it to you one more time, and then we'll finish for the day. Are you ready? 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February, which has 28 and 29 each leap year. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video. Your next tutorial after A10 will be A11.